Hi everyone, Tara Malarkey here, founder of High Ticket Empress and Seven Figure Femme. Okay, so recently I did a survey in here and asked you guys, what is the thing holding you back from actually automating your leads, taking your business to the next level? And the number one response we got was how to set up a webinar or a funnel that will actually work. So I think so many in here are savvy enough, right? You might have tried some things before and maybe you didn't get results. And so today I want to kind of show you and tell you and teach you what is important. What are the very important things that you need to have set up in your marketing so that a funnel actually works to bring you high ticket clients. So a word first on high ticket clients, right? So many in here are feminine geniuses, your coaches, your healers, your leaders. You have something to share. People come to you for support and you're either new or you are, you've been doing this for a while and you want to take your business to the next level. So in both of those cases, you're in the right place. And so many women, I just did an Instagram live on this, so many women are still kind of like in this frequency of charging low ticket. So charging for like a course for $297 or $197 or $97 or $997, right? Those are just the amounts for online marketing, but it's like a few $100. And what I'm calling you into in this space, just to be clear, in Seven Figure Femme, is a high ticket premium offer business. I don't believe that you can actually build a sustainable company and get it off the ground and actually, sustain it long term if you build a low ticket business. Okay. So high ticket is really the way that you need to go from a business structure perspective. The other piece to that is that it gets your clients the best results. You're able to support them at a high level. You're able to create containers that actually give them a lot of accountability and support. And with a course, you know that most of the thinking there is that it's a passive model. So you sort of upload some worksheets and videos, you give them access to that for a few $100, and then you hope and pray that they go get results with it. But likely, from your own experience that they probably won't get results, because what really creates results is a community and accountability. So without those two things, like you have had this experience as I have, the course will likely sit on your hard drive and you will never even implement it. So it's actually not even serving anyone to build a business like that. And I believe that low ticket course launches are actually going to die and we're going to see a major shift to high ticket premium offers. So best you get on board as soon as possible, right? If there is something holding you back from believing that you can turn your $297 course idea into a $5,000 program, then I want to tell you that you absolutely can. Like no matter what your niche is, no matter what you're selling, you can turn a $297, I'm using that arbitrary number as a low ticket number, but you can turn that into a high ticket $5,000 or more program. Okay. And I'm here to show you how. But let's just talk about leads here and how to automate, right? Because a huge part of being a seven-figure femme and living at that frequency is that you're not in the overwhelm and the exhaustion and the launching and the manual process of trying to find clients. That is going to deplete you and it's going to make you want to quit. And so I'm here to show you exactly how to get out of that. We want to automate your leads. And the way to do that is with one simple funnel. High ticket funnels are very simple. At least our method, we've made it like 3 steps. It's very simple. And the reason for that is because without it being simple, you're not going to do it and it's not going to work. So many people tried to create all these complicated things like tripwires and upsells and downsells and all these like tech pages that feed into one another. And it didn't actually work. So simple is actually more profitable. So it really just is 3 pages, 3 online pages. So what I want to point out to you today is who wants to make They're $30,000 a month with 6 enrollments versus 101 enrollments. Right? If you want to make $30,000 a month, which is a moderate goal, actually, it's not even that huge, but like if you know that would change your life right now, right? Do you take a breath of like relief when you think that's 6 clients? Not 101 people need to join my program. Okay. So this is why this is the pathway. All right. So number 1, are you listening? Are you going to write some notes? So number 1 is you need a refined marketing statement. We teach you exactly how to create this inside of High Ticket Empress, but I will share with you exactly what that is right now, which is you need a statement that gets you super clear on what it is that you do for someone. The result that you get them, the solution you provide, the problem you solve. No one is going to buy from you unless you have a solution to a problem. Yes? They don't buy additions to their life. They're not like, oh, yay, that would be nice. No, high ticket sales is all about necessity, meaning someone has a major problem and you have the solution. And so you're going to want to take all your stuff, all the things, your experience, your life experience, your certifications, and maybe you already know what this is if you've already established yourself and you already have a course. But you need to be very clear. And actually, even if you have a course, you need to get even clearer in order to make high ticket sales. Okay. So we just teach you the foundations. This has to be there. This foundation has to be there. You need a refined marketing statement. And that says, I help such and such by such and such without such and such. So I help female leaders by teaching them how to create one premium offer, increase their sales without more course launches and exhaustion. Yes? So it solves a problem, it gets a result, and it's for a specific group of people. So I want you to start thinking about what is your RMS, what is your refined marketing statement, and then build from there. The key is that this will feed into your webinar, which is a key part of your funnel. Your webinar is actually everything in your funnel. That's what the 3 pages are about. They're leading someone to the webinar, and then they're taking the step after the webinar. And the webinar is going to showcase what you do. The key in your webinar needs to showcase your RMS, which is really telling someone what your new opportunity is. If you join the marketplace and you are sharing your gifts like you are you're like everyone else, right? You can't come into the market and say, I'm a health coach, and I'm a health coach, and so here's my webinar on health coaching. There's a very specific way that you need to message in your webinar, which includes what your new opportunity is. This is how I'm just thinking of Beth, who's a student in High Ticket Empress. Maybe she's here, but she took our methods here and within a few days actually created a brand new webinar, and she got 8 new consults and sales calls booked on her calendar from using our method. Because your webinar has to be specific. This is the most important part that most people don't get. It's not like any other webinar out there. You need to speak in a way that really inspires someone and they see how you are different in the marketplace. You have to come up with your new opportunity. So your new opportunity is different than what everyone else has been trying or doing. You're standing for something different. And if you showcase this appropriately in your webinar, you will get conversions. And that's the only thing we're focused on in a webinar is conversions. People land on your opt-in page. They give you their email address to get access to the webinar. We want high conversions there. And then we want high conversions from the webinar to booking a consult with you. That's the only thing that we're asking and we want and we're focused on in the marketing piece. And so when your messaging is spot on and you share with someone what your new opportunity is, like for example, health coaches, lots of health coaches over the years have been talking about this diet and that diet, and this is how you need to do it, and this is how you need to do it, right? Lots of different ways on how to do it. And now, right, there's a new way of thinking about it, which is like, what if you left all the diets and you actually got in touch with your body and what it needs, and you were able to listen to that, and you were able to respond to that in a way that's actually nourishing, then you're going to get sustainable results. I'm just giving an example. Okay. So that would be a new opportunity. Someone who believes that, like body positive, nourishing femininity, receptivity, intuition, instead of this new diet is the thing, intermittent fasting is the thing, no carbs is the thing, right? You say, you know what, all that stuff doesn't work because it just doesn't work. And here's why it doesn't work, right? And you showcase why it doesn't work. And then you say, here's the actual solution. And that's your new opportunity. You say, this is the solution. Okay. As well in your webinar, so you got that, it has to showcase your new opportunity. It's very key in your automated funnel. Number 2 is it has to handle objections. So in your other secrets, right, you might give 3 secrets in your webinar. Your other secrets are actually going to handle people's objections. So imagine they're sitting there and they're like, well, that sounds good, Sally, but that won't work for me because... Then you handle that objection in your webinar secrets. You're not so much teaching, but you're inspiring. You're expanding their view. You're helping them understand how it could work for them. And so what you want to do is think about, so you know that your market so well, you're like, okay, so I know that she's probably sitting there and going, well, I have no willpower. And so if you left me to my own devices without an actual diet to follow, I'm going to gain weight. I'm not going to lose weight. And so in your webinar, you're actually going to talk about that and answer that objection so that it's handled on the webinar and they don't get to the end of the webinar where you're inviting them to book a consult with you and they're like, no, this won't work for me because of X. You actually talk about that on the webinar. And this is genius. This changes everything for you. Okay. So when you do those 2 things, you're guaranteed to get consults. So those 2 things are showcase your new opportunity and handle objections in your webinar. And we actually, if you wanted help with this in High Ticket Empress, we give you a whole template, like a script. So you make it super easy and you're just able to fill it in, write it out, and then it's done. It's done super quickly. The other thing, though, that you need that I mentioned before is that you need your refined marketing statement. You need to be very clear what your solution to their problem is and the result that you're going to provide for them. Okay. So the 3 steps then in your automated funnel, very simple, high ticket, is opt-in page, webinar viewing page, which is just housing your webinar recording. We do only evergreen webinars. So there's no like live launches. There's no technology that you need to include here that's about a live launch. There's just an MP4 recording that you're going to record on your own computer with a screen share of your slides and a video of you. And then you're going to embed that into a webinar viewing page where once someone opts in, they get to watch the webinar immediately. Okay. And then the third page, right, they get led to the third page, which is the call booking page. And you're just going to embed your scheduler in there, whether you use Calendly or Schedule Once or whatever, and they're going to be able to book a call with you. Right. And then you lead into the next piece, which is sales and being able to handle objections on the phone and inviting someone into your high-end program. Now, let me give you some idea of what the stats are in a high ticket funnel. So say you had, let's say you had like 120 people watch your webinar. Okay. Only 6% of those people are going to book a call. That's like standard. That's what you're going for. 6%. You know, one of the reasons why so many women quit is that they put their webinar out there and they have such low numbers that only 20 people watch it. And then they expect like everyone to buy. And that's just not going to happen. So you got to stay with it, you know, and this is where mindset comes in. Say you have 120 people. This, I think, you know, let me just say, this is what's so key about being a part of a coaching container is because your coach is able to tell you, hey, listen, there's nothing to worry about here. You just haven't gotten enough traffic. You haven't, like, not enough people have actually seen your webinar. So you can't be upset right now. Just keep going, get more people to see it. Right. So, or there is a problem and let's fix the problem. And that's what's so key. If you're trying to do this on your own, it is so hard because you don't have someone telling you what the numbers really should be, right? And believe me, I quit so many times because I freaked out. Oh, it's not working. But so that's why I'm giving you a basis for these numbers. About 6% of people will book a call. And then 50% of those, if you're lucky, which is a great conversion rate, 50% of those people will turn into your high ticket clients. So let's just say that you got 8 calls from 120. I don't even know if that's 6%, but let's just say about there. You got 8 calls from your webinar and you sell 4 of those people into your high ticket program, which is 50%. Then you could have made $20,000 from only 6% of people viewing your webinar. That's instead of, right, if you have a low ticket item and only 3% buy, right, which is, it's kind of lower, but say, because notice 6% of people will book calls, they're not actually purchasing anything. They're actually just booking a call. So it's a little bit easier. There's a higher conversion rate than actually putting their credit card in and purchasing something, even though it's low ticket. The conversion rate is lower. So imagine though, you have 3% of people who see your webinar and they buy something, but it's $297. Like, think of how many more webinar viewers you need to make the same amount of money, to make $20,000. It's so much harder. It's so much harder. And I'm not advocating for you to take the easier way, but in some cases, you should be setting up your business in a way that actually is profitable and gets your clients results. Imagine they're coming into a high ticket program, which is going to support them, say, in their weight loss journey, in what you believe is the new pathway. And you're going to support them every step of the way. They're going to be held in a container where you see them, you're able to support them. They're able to ask you questions, rock up to coaching calls every week, instead of you being like, watch my videos, good luck, which you know that they're not actually going to do it, because any transformation is really a mindset shift. That's really what it is. Like, yes, you're going to teach them some strategies and tactics, just like I do in High Ticket Empress, but it's really about holding someone accountable to what they said they were going to do, to, you know, having them invest and actually go for it, right? That's really what I have for you guys. You know, the final thing I would say there is that shifting into selling high ticket requires you to buy a high ticket program. You know, it's almost impossible to start selling high ticket if you've never paid high ticket, you know, frankly. It's just the way that it is. So if it's not our program, right, go find a program. That's not a self-serving statement. I just mean, if you have not parted with $10,000 to invest in yourself and feel what that feels like, and perhaps even heal some investments you've made in the past where you regret it, you didn't get the results you wanted, and you have murkiness around this, you got to clean that up. And the only way to clean it up, invest again and do it again and take yourself to the next level again. And that the only way you're going to then be able to charge, get on the phone with someone, say it's $5,000 to work with you, is if you've also done it. Okay. So this is so important, guys. And I want to give you the numbers and the tactics and the strategies because I'm really good at that. But I really just want to call you into the highest level version. Like, what are you doubting for? Why are you spending time, you know, days going by, months going by, and wondering if you can do this and wondering if this can happen for you? Go ahead and do it already. Like now. I mean, it's just incredible to me, the quick results that people get when they step in, they take action, they do what we say, and then they skyrocket to 30,000, 40,000. If you're feeling like you really do want support, you know, please book a call with my team. Inside of High Ticket Empress, we actually give you the funnel. Like, I gift you our funnel so you can plug it in, change some words, and then it's ready to go for you. It's just simple. We do a lot of it for you, in fact. And you know, we just try to make it as easy as possible. That being said, right, you can also try to do it, you know, on your own. Setting up automation in your business is necessary to get to the next level. If you don't, you will just want to die from overwhelm and you will quit. Believe me, I did it. So love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. If I don't see you or talk to you today, have a fantastic weekend.